One day, a year later, school I was called to a little church, a lady by the name of Rosa Parks, down in Montgomery, Alabama. We stuck together. He sent out the call. He sent out the call. He sent out the call. No Negro rode the buses. It was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen in my life. I couldn't say no. Then we started our struggle together. He sent out the call. He sent out the call. He sent out the call. No Negro rode the buses. It was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen in my life. I couldn't say no. Then we started our struggle together. Then we started our struggle together. Things were going well for the first few days, but then about 10 or 15 days later, after the white people in Montgomery knew that we meant business, they started doing some nasty things. I was called to a little church. They started making nasty telephone calls in Montgomery, Alabama. Came to the point that some days more than 40 telephone calls would come in, threatening my life, the life of my family, the life of my children. I took it for a while in a strong manner. I never will forget one night, very late. It was around midnight. And you can have some strange experiences at midnight. I had been out meeting with the steering committee all that night. I came home. My wife was in the bed and I immediately crawled into bed to get some rest, to get up early the next morning to try to keep things going. And immediately telephone started ringing and I picked it up. On the other end was an ugly voice. That voice said to me in substance, "Nigger, we are tired of you and your mess now." School I was called to a little church. And if you aren't out of this town in 3 days, down in Montgomery, Alabama, gonna blow your brains out and blow up your house. I'd heard these things before, but for some reason that night it got to me. I turned over and I tried to go to sleep, but I couldn't sleep. It's frustrating. It will. I got up and went back to the kitchen and I started warming some coffee, thinking that coffee would give me a little relief. And then I started thinking, the answer didn't couldn't take it any longer.